So, tell them where you're from and who you are and what you do.
I'm a Philly artist, Bugatti Bishop. Artist, man. I get out here, I get money. Entrepreneur Records, we're Entrepreneur. We're sitting in the Entrepreneur headquarters right now. Philly at Germantown Avenue, Germantown, Somerset to be exact, 2736. Just out here trying to get in and fit in, provide for my family.
Okay, so you're an artist. Who have you worked with?
I worked with a bunch of guys out. P.A. Porter, J. Bello, Miss Porter, a couple DJs, DJ Stash Money, No Throws, a couple artists, H.A. Spady, a couple guys that's working. Got some probably still in store for new work, so Bugatti Bishop, that's what it was.
And who would you like to work with?
Man, I don't have no picks. Everybody. I want to work with whoever working. Like, if you ain't really doing nothing, then, that's on you. Whoever working, though, I'm open to work with whoever.
Anybody particularly in the music industry?
If I could pick anybody, probably like Jeezy or Fab. That's a look. Why wouldn't it?
How old were you when you started rapping?
I really just picked it up. I picked it up a couple years ago. So I'm gonna say 23.
23. And how do you feel about the music out today?
I think it is what you make it. Everybody, like, everything ain't for everybody. So, like, some people don't like it. I think it's funner now. It's more geared to the kids. So that's why a lot of people be giving it a hard time.
You think it's more mainstream?
Yeah, like, it's definitely got watered down. It's diluted a whole lot, but everything, change ain't always bad. So that's cool with me, as long as it's making money. Anything that's making money is good for me.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
10 years. Probably sitting on the beach or something, with a couple of my closest. Probably water fighting with my daughter or something like that. Something different. Something like hopefully, we'll have a couple more stories like how we got here. Hopefully I done solidified myself as far as what I want to do. Like, I don't want to be living day to day. I know that. So, hopefully my plan, I done see my plan for real. And I'll be winning.
Other than yourself, who do you think is the best rapper in Philly?
That's a crazy question. And then you gonna say other than myself. I don't know. I really don't feel like I don't feel like I'm the best though. I feel like I'm working. So I don't know. It's a lot of guys I like. Like, I feel like, Hollow Man. Shout out to Hollow Man. That's my bro. Like, he worked. I went to the back of school concert and supported two young niggas when they moved, H.A. Spady and Young Savage. That work with Track is crazy. They work. Probably the most name y'all probably be familiar with is Meek. Like, he worked. So, it's niggas that be working. Like, I'm just a fan of whoever working because that's all I want to do.
What do you think is the best album ever?
Best album ever. To me, the best album ever? That's crazy. The Jeezy joint, the first Jeezy joint, Motivation. To me personally, that's how I feel. I think.
Why do you feel that way?
I don't know.
Because you're a hustler, go-getter, right?
No, it wasn't even really that. It was just like I'm a fan of the underdog. So it was like when he put that album out, he did everything that everybody said that he wasn't gonna be able to do. Like, they was like, you're not gonna be able to put an album out talking about drugs. They was like, you would never be able to go mainstream like that. So to me, he was like already behind the 8 ball, and he was successful, and he did it the way he wanted to do it, no matter what, and didn't let nobody dilute him and change him. He was like, "This is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do it." So that's why, maybe that's probably why, like, I respect the fact that he just stuck to it.
How'd you get your rap name?
Oh man, the rap name. That was on construction. It was Bishop, and it started from my folks, like from my god brother when I was young. Like he had checked out like in a rap battle when I picked it up, and then it was like another as I started getting into rap, and we started putting music out. We started noticing that it was like other guys that was named Bishop, so we had to differentiate it. So everybody in the hood just be like, oh, like, you know, you track instead of third. And it was like, it evolved to be Cocaine Bishop. And then as we started building it and building a brand, like, we had to change it. So it was a situation where we wanted to work out with Walmart and Target. So we ended up changing it to Bugatti Bishop later on. That's where the Bugatti Bishop part came from. Because it's more household and it's still, you know, it's kind of flashy and sporty. And it kind of fit what I do better. And it's less abrasive.
How would you describe your music and your style?
Cool, you know. It ain't hard and nothing like that. It's probably stuff that you probably would want to say anyway. You know, a lot of times people, it's egotistical. That's how I say it. You know, like I say what I mean when I say it at the time.
Any shout-outs?
Sure, shout out to you. Shout out to Lil Cordell Tape, the nigga, you know. Shout out to anybody that just support me. Shout out to DJ Stash Money. Shout out to Nick on State to State mixtapes. Shout out to Puma Boy Mark and the GMV clothing line. Shout out to shout out to New Breaks. Shout out Entrepreneur Records. Shout out to South for putting it together. You know, believing in it, nigga. Yeah, we shout out Those Stack Movement. You know, them guys, they working when they working. Shout out to everybody that's working. Shout out to everybody that follow me on Twitter. You know, shout out to every one of my Facebook friends.
What's your Twitter name?
The Twitter is at Bugatti Bishop 1. So, you know, shout out to everybody that's on Twitter right now. Shout out to everybody on Facebook. Shout out to everybody like the Facebook fan page.
Make sure y'all follow him on Twitter.
Yeah, you know, make sure you follow me, man. If you're going to follow anybody, follow a nigga that's going to lead you somewhere.
Yeah. All right, we're out.